I'm getting old. Welcome to the history of Trilinisty. Right, we are here where it all started. I can barely breathe. The accuracy of this map I have here is absolutely insane. Anyways, yeah, this is Halloween 2016. The map. The rest of the gameplay does not work because we haven't scripted it yet, but yeah. I want to go with you guys, thanks to Time Machine, I want to go through all the versions I played as a youngling and tell you my memory with them, tell you how I remember those versions. And it's going to be a really short and cheesy video because this is quite the trip down memory lane for me. Yeah. Let's go to where it all started. June 2016. June 2016. Where it all started, where it all began, where it all ended again. Because I was a little whiny. Let's get into it. So, back then I had a ore spam setup. You could compare it to this, but worse. And I used to be pretty naive. I used to think that if I could make minus haven videos in Dutch, people would watch them. There's probably about 20 Dutch people that play minus haven, me included. So that was pretty naive. I used to think that you could make any quality video and people would still watch it. That was also pretty naive. I used to think that you could ore spam and people wouldn't get mad at you. Also naive. I was naive back then. That's the point I'm trying to make. Just like people like this, just making spam setups and chasing you with a massive sword. And just being generally themselves. I mean, setups like this were pretty common back then because 100 million cap was a lot back then because the game was a lot harder back then. As you can see, I am only life 18. And yeah, this is where my absolute love for this game started. I don't know why I loved this game so much. I was I was not part of the target audience for Miners Haven. I was 10 years old, maybe a little younger than 10. Let me think. Yeah, I was 9. And yet, I loved every second of it. I made videos, I played with my friends, I introduced my little brother to the game, whatever. And that was pretty insane. And servers were alive, like this server right here. Thanks to Minecraft and Time Machine. I could make it look alive. But servers actually used to look like this, people just doing their own thing, not arguing with each other in shouts. Or, I mean, arguing in shouts is not really a thing nowadays, but like it was a bigger problem back then. Or like just wanting to smash each other's head in or whatever. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty insane that all these buttons still work, by the way. But yeah, just the peacefulness. Yeah, that's how you call it. The peacefulness of this game, where you could turn up your sound and go onto global radio and get instant aids. That was fun. Global radio was a lot of fun. I just realized I could do something really bad. Give me a second. I have done something I should not have done. Oh no! This was standard back then. People just spammed this, and and it was lovely. Everyone loved it. I'm gonna tune it down because it's copyrighted. Yeah, that's global radio for you. I wish they brought it back. Yeah. Maybe you can see why I used to love this version and why it means so much to me. Let's go on to the version where I got my first ever exotic. Halloween 2016. To many, the best update. To me, the start of a career. Well, could you call it a career? Ah. Anyways, this thing is one of the sole reasons I am still around on this platform. It used to be insanely broken. Let me show you. The only thing you had to do is you had to get one Hades Fang ore. And a mine that can drop faster than you can count. Yes, this is my game. I did modify my save to have all the items, just you wondering. So, what you did... My frame rate's absolutely chugging for some reason. Give me a hot second. I'm so sorry if that's a nuisance. Just because of the sheer amount of items I have in my inventory. As you can see, if we have a tracker, I'm going to do it with a tracker. Really. Let me quickly get a tracker in so I can trace ore value. So like this, and now just place a conveyor down like this, and as you can see, the value keeps rising. The script for this Hades Fang is after it did get patched, but it still works in about the same way. As in, this could raise to infinite back then. Nowadays it's no more than a nice looking item. With that said, this update was phenomenal for one other reason. I don't know if I have it on here, but Haunted Carnival? That rings anyone a bell? It's not in this version because, of course it isn't. But I used to get like 20 bajillion of them from the Masked Man. He's right there for some reason. But I used to get like 20 bajillion of them from him, and I basically grinded my way to trillions, millions, whatever, with that. With this update, we're not done yet here, we have some more time to spend here. With this update also comes one last thing, another video. This video you see on screen right now is from me back in 2016, getting really pissy that my friend got the, what do you call it, the Hades Fang before I did. And I was young, I cursed like a sailor, and I was really impressed by the fact that he could get it, and I couldn't, which was kind of dumb. But yeah, this was a wonderful update, and if you ask any Minus Haven YouTuber, creator, player even, which update was the best, it will immediately bring up Halloween 2016. In my opinion, they're viewing it through a pair of nice pink goggles, because today's standard it's not that good, but it is good. I am having chills run down my back for this one. The ultimate update. Mostly you know this one because it's extremely famous, and to some people it's infamous. Let me explain. Here we are. This is the update we all know, we all love. I have every single item, including Haunted Carnival. I still don't know why I don't have that. Anyways, yeah. This update is famous for a lot of reasons, and it's hated for a lot of reasons. Let's get into that. But first, we show you a sacrifice. I have this little trick up my sleeve where I can do this, and I can just set my life to 1000. And if you go here, it says sacrifice. Restart at life 1 with all reborn items wiped. Exotics and limited items will be restored until life 100. Unlock fusion, reborn fusions, and the ultimate upgrader. Proceed. Yes. So you may think, On the first day this update came out, I sacrificed. But yeah, you'd be wrong. First time I sacrificed was in 2018. I did play this update back in the day, but I just wasn't as attached to it. It just didn't really get to me. But also at the same time it did, because only like not even that much later, a few years only, back in I think like a few months ago, I made a Twitter thread approaching Foxy about all the issues I have currently with -7 and how I think they should be fixed. That gained traction. That Twitter thread gained traction, and I don't like to say it, but I am one of the reasons the new -7 map looks phenomenal. And that feels really, really stupid to say, and it is a stupid outing to make, but it is right. I single-handedly took part in making the map more powerful, like it might have more of an impact when you look at it, and I'm really proud of that. All thanks to one screenshot of me just standing in my base like this. And to say it's solely me who did it, that's wrong. That'd be not right. But I did make an impact, as I said. And that means even when this version was gone for over multiple years, it still managed to make a big part of my career. And that's why we're here. Let's move on. So, the summer update. You might know this update for a multitude of reasons. I did not mean to hit that button, 1 second. Oh, yeah. After that little blooper, here we are. The summer update. And you may think this will be like a positive part of the video. It won't. Let me explain. This is of my YouTube career where I started my -7 career. I started falling out of touch with -7. I started playing less. I started just enjoying the game less and less. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's also not good. I quit -7 for over a year. I did not get to experience this map as much as I would have wanted to, because it took me literal months and months and months to track this map down. This map we're standing on right now. And why it took so long to track down is because there were no data leaks or anything back then, because -7 was just sailing along back then. It wasn't really a big thing. Just like now. But with that said, this map still does mean a lot to me, because it made me realise how important the past is and how important it is to be preserved. And that's why I'm happy to have a copy of it, to be modified to my liking. And that makes it all the more special when forgotten. And yes, I'll be doing more videos on -7 maps and stuff, but that's not the place for this. Let's go to the time and the account when I joined back on -7. Here we are. The -7 Time Machine copy of Resurrection. And even though it's not 100% accurate, nothing is. But yeah, I joined back on -7 back in 2018. After almost a year of not having played, I joined on an old account because I wanted to re-experience -7, and I succeeded. I think I got really close, like life 150 or so, and then I left on this account again. And I did take a lot of time and a lot of pride in rejoining -7 after such a while. I said, yeah, I'm from 2016. There's a video on screen right now of me on this exact account playing -7. It's called -7 Res because that's what my banner said. I had no clue what it meant. And It's great. Let me just play a clip for you. Anyway, after 2 months of playing on the 2018 version, I quit again. Guess when I joined back? I joined back at the end of Miners Haven. Let's go there. This was a time when the future of Miners Haven was uncertain, to say the least. No one really knew what was going to happen to the game, or how it was going to happen. The only thing we knew is that Miners Haven was done. That's what everyone said, that's what everyone thought. Miners Haven was done for. Guess who got proved wrong? Yeah. There was an open source Miners Haven and completely cut us all off because there were Miners Haven influencers who just got cucked. There were Miners Haven like big time fans who got cucked. I remember Blockade just being so confused and puzzled on what to do with his life. Yeah, it wasn't a fun time for Miners Haven, it really was. And this may sound really tacky, but I wish I could go back. Why do I wish I could go back? You may think, because it was the worst time for Miners Haven. I just said that, and I did. It wasn't the most fun. Miners Haven felt underground, felt new. In a way, it felt calm. That's how I put it. It felt, in a way, that no other game manages to achieve sometimes, and that's really a good feeling. And if I could give it all up and go back to then and just be stuck there, I would do it. I remember when my dad was out of the house, I remember just sneaking onto his PC and playing Miners Haven because his PC was faster because my little laptop could not handle Miners Haven. It could not take the sheer wrath of playing such a primitive game. Let's move on. There's a few more things need to be addressed, of course. So let's move on. I'll see you in a bit. So, for part of the history we're going to look at now, I can't play it because there is no backups of those versions existent. At least there are backups, but we don't have those. What we do have is videos. A lot and a lot and a lot of videos. From yours truly, me. We go onto the channel. So, imagine one faithful winter day. I was bored. I did not have much to do. And so what I did is I opened YouTube. I created a new account and I made a video. Yeah, this video. This tiny little kid is what kickstarted it all. What made me where I am today. And the intro, I'm going to just play it. Here it goes. Hey guys, welcome back to this new video. Today we're playing... I sound insecure. With that said, this is an insanely long video. As you can see, 38 minutes of bliss. And I have gone over this part of my history before. I've been through it with you, but I'm gonna just do it again for those of you who are new. After this video, I made a lot more. For example, this one, where I reached live 100. This was my first video that went quote unquote viral. it got 60 views within a day or two. It was viral for me back then. Then I just started to pick up the pace. Marginally, I started picking up the pace. I got 300 views, 1,000 views apparently. Just it started going faster and faster, and as you can see while I scroll down, the numbers fluctuate because Minus Haven fluctuates. That's not an issue. As you can see, it goes up and up and down and up and up and up. And we get to where we are today. Where I upload basically daily, if not more, to the tune of a total of 123,000 views. Which is arguably pretty insane. I have some absolute banger videos. 7K, 6K, 4K, 2K, 1.4K, 2K. The list goes on. This for some reason got a lot of views. But yeah, all these get insane view numbers, and I'm in a place I never expected to be. I was just some kid playing Minus Haven at age 9 or 10 maybe, and now I'm 14. Money, plenty. Views plenty, friends plenty. I have met a lot of nice people along the way, and I wish to meet more. With that said, you're definitely not done. Just the beginning. Hey, so if you're watching this still, if you're watching like the full, well, I think 22 minutes of this video of me going through my history of y'all. First off, why is you watching this in such a long video? And secondly, yeah, thanks for sticking with me. Yeah, if you're seeing this, comment peanut. And yeah, I just, within a year, I did not expect to get 675. I didn't even expect to get 2. But yeah, here we are with over 100,000 views. And the future is just up in the air. What's going to happen? We don't know what's going to happen. And yeah, we'll see what's going to happen. I really hope you guys have been enjoying the videos recently, even though the editing is of less quality than normal, because I have been very tired, very busy, and I just didn't have time to edit. But I think that's not an issue for you guys. Yeah, I hope you did enjoy this video, because it's really long and really dumb. Like, yeah. Well, I just want to, again, every milestone, I just thank a few people. I want to thank Kento for being a really supportive friend and just being there for me. I want to thank Sana for being herself, to be honest. Even though we've had our ups and downs, she's always been lovely. I want to thank all of the Minus Haven content creators for accepting me as one of them, because I don't really fit in as a 14-year-old kid with a money in the bank account. That's not really the perception of a Minus Haven YouTuber is right now. Like, I think Sky's 18, Mrs. 16, Vobus 17. They're all way older than me, and I would have thought that'd make me hard to fit in, but no, I fit in just fine with everyone and everything. And I want to thank you and the Minus Haven community for being oh so kind to give me a platform and a voice to speak with. Because if you were to tell me last year that I have over 100,000 views, I would have laughed at you. I would absolutely laugh at you. And to sit here just talking into a microphone for money, it's unfathomable how easy that is. And yeah, here I am. Still, I'm still trying to process how big of a number I have hit. If I hit it, like, I hit 500 like months ago, and that's still unfathomable because that's half 1,000. And there's a Halloween video I did with a setup, 7,000 views in less than a month. I am still getting 1,000 views a day from it. It's absolutely insane, and I could not thank you guys more enough for it. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Stay safe, and we'll see what the future brings.